Manchester.
Now, have you ever bought something, hidden it at the back of a wardrobe, or pretended that an item of clothing is ages old when in fact you bought it last week? Ever got yourself into trouble with the credit cards and the store cards? If you have, you're not alone. Men and women, apparently, have very different attitudes towards money, so much so that Georgina Earle and Nicola Scowen have set up a confidential helpline geared specifically towards women. And they're with you this morning, Georgina and Nicola. Good morning. Georgina, let me start with you. Why a helpline specifically for women?
My experience, I've worked in the debt advice and solutions industry for a long time, and it's a very male-orientated industry, and it's actually a lot of the advice is devised by men, probably aimed at men, but we know that on average over 60% of the first-time callers are women, and me being a woman understands that, you know, I like to take a piece of advice very differently than maybe a man does.
Nicola, do women get into debt for different reasons to men? They certainly do. Women tend to have more of an emotional attachment to spending and debt. They tend to be the givers, the doers in the household, and will often get into debt that they hide from their family because they don't want their family to feel guilty, that all they've actually done is provide for their family members. This is a difficult time as well, Georgina, isn't it? You know, October onwards, you know, for a lot of families, this is when money is tight.
Absolutely. I mean, we've just had the summer holidays and we've had school uniforms, and it's usually the woman that takes on board that spending or the actual responsibility of that cost. We now just had the credit card bills have hit from that period, and now we're moving into Christmas already, and they'll be worrying about how we're going to pay for those credit cards that I've just spent, but then the worst is how I'm going to pay for Christmas.
Now, you offer this service free, Nicola, this helpline.
We do.
How do you make your money then? Well, we decided that we need to make sure that we can compete with the other companies, but what we do is we give our advice free, our time is absolutely free, but if someone enters into a debt management plan with us, we've got some of the lowest fees on the market. Right, okay, so eventually if people do want a solution to this, that there are fees to be paid.
Yeah.
Right. You also have a website, and you do sort of tip of the day on saving cash, Georgina.
Yeah, at the moment, on the run-up to Christmas, we're doing a daily tip on how to maximise what you've got in the bank. For example, I think our tip yesterday was to eat the fridge, not actually eat the fridge, we will stress, but yeah. eat what's in the freezer, really, and you know, before you start filling it up for Christmas.
Yeah, that actually is a piece of advice. It's terrific, isn't it? Because I don't know how many times you do it, because I do it all the time with kids. I think, oh, I've got nothing in, I'm going to have to go to the supermarket. And then, as a last-ditch attempt, I go ratching round. I think, hang on a minute, I've got loads of food here. You've always got pasta at the back of the cupboard and all sorts of stuff, haven't you? And we were talking about women approaching debt differently to women. Nicola, do you think women are secretive about it?
Absolutely. I think that whilst men, if they get into debt, tend to look for a solution, get a solution delivered, and discuss it with their nearest and dearest. For women, it's much more emotional, and they are often shameful. Women come to us having not slept for weeks and weeks and feeling that there's a big arrow pointing at them because no one knows their terrible secret as they see it. What they don't realise is that most of their neighbours and family and friends are probably in a very similar situation.
There's nothing more lonely than having a secret, is there? Nothing more lonely. Tell us what your website is, Georgina.
Our website is www.womenindebt.co.uk.
Thanks very much for coming in and talking to us, Georgina Earle and Nicola Scowen. It's BBC Radio Manchester 95.1 FM.